Hey, it's the Cooking Dude. Welcome to this week's episode. Hope you guys learned something new. Now, let's get in the kitchen. Covering spices, seasonings,
Stuff that goes on your food, storing it in your pantry.
let's get to it, yeah? All right. So let's talk about salt, shall we? So there's many types of salt. Obviously, in this household, we primarily consume some form of sea salt. But don't let salts fool you, because not all of these salts are created equal. So the salt that you normally find on your table, commonly known as table salt, extremely salty. It's designed to just give a couple of sprinkles to give you just the amount of salt that you need. However, table salt is not really recommended for cooking because it's very concentrated. Now, in the case of Himalayan pink salt, this stuff right here, you can use it for cooking if you have it like this, or grind it like this, where you can adjust how fine of a grind you want it. But overall, salt's most recommended for cooking. It's kosher salt. Salt most recommended for seasoning food that's already cooked. Sea salt or table salt, or flaky salt if you have the money. Why is salt important? Salt is important because it enhances the flavor of food. We like to enhance the flavor of the food because food is delicious. I like food. You like food. Obviously, we all like food if we're watching this. The salting your food helps enhance the flavors, brings out sweetness. Can kind of sort of counteract some bitterness. But salt. And as with all of the seasonings, too much is a bad thing. So don't put too much salt. Next up, pepper. Black peppercorns are in this container, and a spice grinder. Pepper is the most second common ingredient in spices and seasonings. They come in these little peppercorns, or they come pre-ground. I highly recommend you get yourself one of these grinders. And peppercorns, fresh ground pepper tastes a whole lot better than pre-ground stuff. Pepper is pepper. It adds a little spice, adds a little kick, adds a little bit of oomph to your food without drastically changing the flavors, as my daughter brightens the light upon which I stand before. Anyway, pepper. Salt and pepper. Use it. Highly recommend it. Moving on. I would say the third most common spice and seasoning, garlic. Unless you don't like garlic or you're allergic to it. I'm sorry if you are. Well, lots of people use garlic. It's pungent, it's garlicky. It's garlic. If you like it, try it. If you don't like it, take some out. And then two types of garlic you can get: garlic powder and granulated garlic. Granulated garlic is not as potent as garlic powder, so based on your needs for garlic, test it out. Whichever one works best for you, use that one. Here we have some herbs. We have oregano. We have some basil, some thyme, common herbs. Herbs are generally used to add earthiness or aroma to the food. Each herb has its own profile of flavors and aromas and everything like that. Smell it, test them out. You know, they're all good in their own way. Let's see. These are most commonly used in Italian cooking, whereas oregano, you can find most of that in Mexican food. Now these are fairly common as well as rosemary. Next up, got some more seasoning spices. So then this one, this is lemon pepper. It's a blend of lemons and pepper. It's good. So lemon pepper is very good on a little bit of everything. Gives the acidity of the lemons, which as you cook will mellow it out, which turns it kind of sweet, and you get all the profiles that you would normally get with lemon without the sourness. Really good in barbecue as well. Here we have cayenne pepper. I'm really low. Well, if you need to add a kick of spice to your food, I recommend giving it a try. Not too much, just a little bit, enough to make the mouth tingle. Cayenne pepper. Here we have onion powder, which is basically the same thing used as garlic powder, just with onions. So, yeah, onion powder is a pretty good substitute for garlic if you don't have any or if you don't like garlic. And here we got smoked paprika, as well as regular paprika. Yeah. So, paprika, for those who don't know, is essentially, literally, sweet peppers and bell peppers, dried up and ground up. Difference between ground paprika and smoked paprika: the peppers were smoked before they were dried and dehydrated and ground up. Same thing, this one has a very good smoky flavor. Smoked paprika has its uses as much as regular paprika has its uses. Try it out. Most commonly, we usually top and season deviled eggs. Who else? Next up, MSG, monosodium glutamate. It is not bad for you. It won't kill you. It won't give you cancer. Things like that. For whatever reason, due to racism in the past, it's been vilified. Don't be afraid of MSG. People use it more frequently than you know. What does MSG do? Essentially, it adds umami or savory to your dish. I can't explain what MSG tastes like. It just makes food good. Try it out. Don't be afraid. Other than honestly, there's other spices and herbs and blends, seasonings. This is this here. My homemade stuff here. These here. There's nothing wrong with these. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Tony Satchery's Old Bay. My own blend of salt, pepper, and garlic. Homemade dry rub. U-Haul. Chicken bouillon. Double seasoning, beef bouillon cubes. Sometimes just one of these on whatever it is you're cooking is all you need. Seasoning food shouldn't be complicated. It should simply be the flavors that you want to complement the food that you're seasoning. You don't want your seasonings to overpower the taste and flavor of your food. So, here you are. Spices, seasonings. Enjoy. Don't be afraid. Season your food. No one likes bland food. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Get in the Kitchen. I'm Cooking Dude. Be sure to like, follow, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Hope you guys have a great day. Catch you on the next one.